has a very special message for you. Kindly listen closely.
Okay, great. So we are hosting World Robot Contest. We call it WRC 2023 this year. That is in September, Mombasa. So I initially wanted to take it to Nairobi, but most schools in Nairobi were like, we want to have the coastal experience. So we said, why not?
You're listening to Blue Radio.
Who is your guy? The question comes like that. Spyro Tiwa Savage playing right on the Blue Drive. I go by the name Man Like Ipto.
And my name is Kate Mukame.
Inakuwa nzuri tena sana. And of course, it is a Tuesday. We're all about technology and business. And now, the moment of truth, the moment we all have been waiting for. We had promised to have a guest coming through in line with our conversation today. And he is a genius. I'd like to say that first and foremost. He is an entrepreneur. He is, above all else, a CEO and an alumni of the Technical University of Mombasa. If I don't mention this, I will get a lot of backlash from my classmates from the Technical University of Mombasa. Welcome to the conversation.
Thank you very much.
Karibu sana kwenye Blue Drive. This is how we throw banters here and there, me and my colleague hapa hivi.
Okay.
Go on. Now, if you're joining us, thank you very much. We are live, www.blueradio.co.ke, and you can find us on all our social media pages. And I want us to jump into the thick of things, yeah? So, someone right now has seen the poster or saw the poster earlier, and is seeing a conversation about robotics. First thing that comes to mind, and it is something that has come to my mind, robots are here to replace our jobs. We have seen AI doing the same. Should we be scared?
No, we should be happy. Yeah.
And why is that? What hope does robotics have, for especially first and foremost young people like ourselves?
Okay. Just like content creators, there is YouTube, there is ChatGPT, and so on. So for young people, there is opportunity to create these robots and create solutions using robots. Yeah.
All right. That's really powerful. And, you have taken me back to a time when I was kijana mdogo. We used to kuendesha zile gari za nini, eh? Right now, when we see technology come up and, change lives, it's really amazing. And in studio right now, for those who can't see and you're hearing my voice, let me be your eyes. Yeah, we have I would like to call them big boy toys in the building. I'd like our guest, maybe to talk to us about them. What are the specimens we are seeing right now?
Okay, great. So what you are seeing at the moment is robots. We call them educational classroom robots. So these are robots that are used to learn robotics and AI. So for someone who is just looking to get started into tech, they can use such robots to learn how to program them, how to use sensors, and so on. Then from here, they can now graduate to creating solutions from ground up.
From ground up, yeah. So basically, these are like the basics of learning.
Yes.
Hapa hivi ndio msee anaanza kulearn, yeah?
Yes.
I wonder what I will learn today. Unajua pia saizi tuko darausia.
Yeah. So what motivated you to come up with this kind of robots?
Yes, it starts a while back when I was a baby.
Okay.
I used to play with the toys, and sometimes they could get spoiled, and I used to figure out how to repair them. And I remember when I was in class 6, I could repair radios and so on. So I learned about transistors, about resistors, transformers, and so on. So when I got to high school, I got to do a lot of research, and I also got exposed to science events like Science Congress by then. Now it's Kenya Science and Engineering Fair. And there were competitions, you come up innovations, and then you be awarded for your creations. Yeah, so from there, so coming to campus, now we started building real life solution, from building 3D printers to now building this. Yeah, so I've created many solutions. The most recent one is during COVID-19, we created a medical ventilator.
Unajua by the way, I want to stop you right there, kwa sababu some of us are not so conversant with technology. I wish you could tone down the language at least to elewe. When you say a medical ventilator, what purpose does it serve,
Okay, I'll give you an example.
Yes, kindly.
If you've ever gone to an hospital and then you find maybe ICU unit,
Yes,
and then you find
someone has
persons with,
the mask.
some
Okay,
gas
okay,
mask
yeah,
and so on. So they're normally connected to some machine.
yeah.
So I'm talking about that machine.
That is the machine.
That is helping you to breathe when you cannot breathe naturally.
So at least now we are on the same page, Bana. Now we are on the same page. Right about now, 20 past 5 o'clock in the second hour of this fantastic drive. And in the spirit of comradeship, before we go on a short musical break, then we're going to be coming now into the thick of things. Our guests don't just come here all wajakuja tu hapa kwa sababu wamekuja. They have an agenda to set, and we want to get into that agenda in a little while. But before the music comes your way, I want to ask my guests, as an alumni, when you saw through your social media pages or close contacts, information inakufikia kwamba your former university is burning down, what came to your mind? What was your first thought?
Okay, my first thought was the bad boys who used to be there during our time. But then there were most of them had graduated and they have good jobs. And so I have friends who are still in school.
Yeah.
So I reached out to them trying to kind of understand the cause of the problem. But then I think it trickles down to politics and the economy generally. Yeah.
All right.
So before we go on a break, you've said something about bad boys and good jobs. So are you trying to tell us that being bad really pays off?
Not really. Okay. When I saw, I think I saw it on Facebook that the university is kind of on fire. I think some sections. Was it student center?
Yeah, it was student center. Yeah.
Yes. So bad boys during our time. That is. So I thought about them because some of them used to beat other students and had very bad behaviors. Actually, nowadays they're disciplined.
Yeah, disciplined. Yeah.
So I was just wondering if during our time such never happened.
How come it's happening right now?
How come it's happening right now?
You're listening to Blue Radio.
Jericho by Iniko, and it is playing right on the Blue Drive, bringing us to 5:30 o'clock right about now. Such a powerful track right there, by the way, hitting or rather blowing up across all social media platforms, especially the TikTok app. Right about now, you're chopping it up with the Blue Captains, man like Kipto.
And Kate Mukabe.
Wagwan, and of course, we have Mr. Jason Owili in the building. How's you?
Yeah.
And of course, each and every day at 5:30, we usually come through with the Blue economic content. Usually I like calling it the Mtalii Hour. Without much further ado, wacha nikuelimisha, usio?
You're listening to Blue Radio, bringing the vibe.
All right, today's Blue economy feature is all about a document. And this particular document goes by the name Port Position.
You're listening to Blue Radio.
Let's say at the port of Mombasa. So this document will have the vessels in terms of dates of arrival from the first one to the last one. It usually depends on how a port discharges cargo. So this will determine how much vessels, how many vessels a particular port can accommodate. If you visit Kenya Ports Authority pages, I'm talking about their Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages, they usually post their port position to declare which types of vessels will be docking at their port, and more importantly, the type of cargo they will be carrying. Some vessels will be carrying container cargos, some will be carrying vehicles. You heard me right. Ukimport dinga yako, these vessels usually transport them, and the port position will be having this particular information. You are in the know with Blue Radio.
You're listening to Blue Radio, bringing the vibe.
And of course, just to remind you, yes, that we have our guest in the building. We're talking about robotics and, more importantly, technology for us as young people. Taking this time as to shout out each and everyone listening to us from wherever you are in this great continent. Welcome once more to the Blue Drive. And I want us to get into the reason why you are in this building right now. Yes, I believe you told us there's going to be a robotics competition happening. Usually tumesikia a lot of events happening. We had one by there happening at Close the Gap the other week, DigiFair. We've had AU, EU, happening in Kenya. How come such an event has never happened? And why is it happening now?
Okay, so there are so many reasons why it has never happened before.
Yeah.
One of them is we've never been ready. But then if you keep waiting to be ready, you'll never be ready. Yeah. So having done robotics for the longest time, I've also done that research before. Why is it that we have to go to competitions in the US, in China, and so on? Why don't we bring it here? We've had Tunisia and South Africa going to Dubai and other first world countries to participate. And I reached out to them and a few other countries in Africa, and we had the same question. Why is it that we are not having it here?
All right.
Yes. So this year, we felt like it's the right time to rewrite the story, to make it happen.
Make it happen for the first time. Yeah.
Yes. So for this, most public schools, they're not ready to participate, and some of them have never even seen these robots. And we have reaching out to sponsors. Those sponsors has a bad name in Kenya.
For sure.
We're reaching out to partners to help us support public schools. Private schools, they have no issue. Some of them have been doing robotics from as early as 2017, some of 2015 in Kenya, and they've been doing competitions. Yeah, so this time, regardless of maybe a kid's background, we want to give them an opportunity to showcase their skills. Yes.
So during the event, are you going to be having like workshops where people can learn, or maybe walk us around visually? Right now we are not there, but we want to visualize, that particular day. Would there be workshops? Could people register online? How is it going to be going down?
Okay, I can say ideally the event is in September 16th and 17th. But then it's like it has started.
It has already started, yeah.
Last Thursday, we had a webinar trying to educate these kids, because some of them, like for us, AfriBot, we not only do STEM education, we also support industries by helping them automate their processes, and also startups in helping them create their prototypes. So we have a special program called apprenticeship for kids and also youths. So for youths, this is our third cohort, but then for kids, this is our first cohort.
This is the first one, yeah?
For kids. So apprenticeship basically is taking the learner on hands-on training.
All right.
So it's different from the normal one.
From the theory, yeah?
Yeah, so ideally these learners have been doing STEM maybe for the longest time. Some have been doing STEM for the short time, and then they have these skills, and they're looking to create solutions. So we take them through, like we have a student who is making a smart walking stick. So we take them through the PCB design, how to design a circuit for that. We take them through how to design the casing, how to produce that through 3D printing, how to write the firmware for the code, the software that will be controlling that piece of hardware, and so on. Then we partner with companies that can help them in marketing to now push it to the market.
Wow.
Yes, so for kids, it's our first cohort. But then now, the webinar was to educate them how they can protect these ideas. Because some of them, they become creative and then they open up the ideas and people steal them. And
they are gone, they are lost, yeah?
Yes. Now, The last Thursday of this month, we're having another webinar on role of robotics and artificial intelligence
All right.
in sustainable development goals, with a deep focus in climate change, agriculture, and education.
Wow.
So it's a webinar of its kind. We are not only targeting kids on this one, but also professionals.
Yeah.
Yes, like I told you earlier, we're not only doing this. We've partnered with some of the best robotics companies in the world, and they'll be
All right. Maybe you can mention them later. Yeah.
yes, later they'll be doing live demo,
Live
during the
demos.
webinar.
Yeah.
How they're using robotics to
Uh-huh.
in agriculture, how they're using robotics to address climate change. And we are also having some of the best professors in Africa
Yeah.
will be talking about technology on that day.
Kuna ticket nichukue yangu na
Yes.
mapema ama?
Yes, we do have tickets. We partnered with a company based in German, though it's founded by the CEO is a Kenyan, called Smart Gaze. So we have, if you go to smartgaze.com,
Yeah.
then you search AfriBot or WRC 2023, you'll find our webinars there, and then you can buy ticket for the webinar,
Yeah.
or you buy ticket for WRC, which will be happening in September.
September. Amazing.
Yes.
So you've said that you people felt that you were not ready to venture into the competitions. So what things have you been doing, and what makes you feel that you are now ready to go into the competitions?
Great. So from 2017 to now, I've trained at least 5,000 learners. And
5,000.
5,000.
5,000.
5,000.
That's a huge. Unajua unaisema, you are saying it so casually. People
That's
can. Yeah, that's a huge number.
High school moja ukienda.
That's a huge number of people. Amazing. Congratulations, Mazi.
Thank you. And some of them, when they go to, say, university, they choose other courses, which is not bad. And you see, even if you are going to be a doctor,
Yeah.
it's important for you to understand technology. If you're going to be a lawyer, it's important for you to understand technology, because most criminals, they use the same. Yeah. So we believe technology is going to impact 99.99 careers of the future.
For sure.
Now, these learners, yes, they've been diverting, though initially we used to think that after learning this, then you need to either do computer science or engineering. But then over time, we changed our mindset. So we are introducing learners to robotics, but then they are free to do whatever they want when they get the chance.
All right. This is very powerful. And of course, I want us to go on a short musical break. But before that, let's say I want to join the cohort, because it's open for, youth and young people. Where can I find this information? Do I have to come to your offices? Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that. Then we can go on a short musical break.
Okay, so if you want to join our cohort, there is a apprenticeship, and then there is a WRC 2023. So assuming you want to join the apprenticeship program for youth, is it?
Yeah.
Yes, so we have a website, www.afribot.africa. Then there is an application, there's a button there for application, and then you just fill your details, and we'll get back to you.
How's yeah?
Yes.
Seamless and fast. I love it. Right about now, 41 minutes past 5 o'clock, the second of this fantastic drive. We are all about technology and innovation right here in the building. Stick around and find out what we do have planned on the other side. At the Blue Drive, we are chopping it up right here with an expert, a CEO in robotics. I'm talking about Jason Owili. I go by the name Man Like Ipto.
And my name is Kate Mukami.
You know what, Guan, if you are tuning in right now, thank you very much for logging in. This is the Blue Drive. And of course, today we have to remind you, before we go on with the conversation of our conversation today, a survey was done in Nairobi, Kenya, or rather Kenya as a country, and it was found out that 26% of women in Nairobi, which is the majority share, decided how their husbands or boyfriends salary would be used. Kwa ufupi wanajaribu kusema ya kwamba the women were deciding how the
Financial
chums.
managers is
Yes,
the word to
financial.
use.
Thank you very much. So that is the conversation we're having here today. Should resources be handled jointly or handled separately? Find us on all our social media pages right about now. Also, so we were talking about how you found yourself amongst individuals from Tunisia and I believe which is the other country?
We have South Africa,
And
Tunisia,
South Africa.
Zambia, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Ghana, Nigeria. Yeah, we have 13 African countries.
13 African countries. You know, you were telling us how you met this guy so casually. And me, I'm here thinking to myself, you just don't meet people. But saizi hata makaratasi za kuprint passport, hakuna. How was that process? How was it, getting to bridge those gaps, getting to communicate with these guys, bringing them on board to share your vision?
Okay. Just the way you will get a new maybe social media fan.
Yeah.
They just see you online, they come across your content and they like it and then
Yes.
they comment. So I've been doing robotics for the longest time and hardware development, and we've been supporting different countries with our products, designing, maybe producing in China and shipping direct from China to their countries.
Okay.
And then for some of them, I've just seen their work online, and I reached out through comments, through in DMs, and so on, emails. Though they took time, we started planning. Okay, for the WRC, we started planning in January, but then for these partners, we started, I can say 2021. I started meeting them 2021, like Tanzania, Rwanda, and so on.
Yeah.
Even right now, we have partners who are now looking for us. Yes.
Tables have turned.
So
Oh my.
the world is a global village. Same way when you get home on TikTok, you see
For sure.
contents from different countries. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So there's a question of mine that I asked and I felt that you did not really give me what I wanted. So my question is, what have you done differently and now you feel that you're ready to go into the competitions?
Okay. So we feel like we are now ready. And why is it that we are now ready? We were not ready before. Initially, we for the longest time we've been doing this in Mombasa, around Coast Region.
Yeah.
And from early this year, we've also tapped into the Nairobi market. That is locally.
Yeah.
We've tapped into Kisumu, Kisii, and Mashinani, Zile, Eldoret, and so on. And we've managed to consolidate Kenya. And we've managed to also partner with other companies that are doing STEM to by giving them resources for this competition. Because before, when you're selling something and someone else is selling the same thing, they think you are in a competition. But then if you have a new product and they don't have, it's called a petition. Like you cooperate, you partner, and then now you support each other. So this competition is for kids. It's about Africa. So that's how we are looking at it. It's about the African kid. Yeah. So having partners, local partners in Kenya, and then having now the other African partners, we feel that we can do this African championship. And next year we are planning to host the World Championship in robotics in Kenya.
In Kenya. Amazing.
Yes.
But we have talked a lot and I haven't asked this event happening in September. Is it right here at home?
Yeah.
All right, very powerful. Leo naweza kuwa tunabonga na jamaa kule. Kwani hawasi wajesema location bana. Watu pin your location. Very important.
Yes.
So, personally, what I can see on the table right now, let me use the term plastics. And if I tell my listeners that all I'm saying is a plastic here, they'll believe me. So what can you tell my listeners, explain to them what is this that I can see here and how much time have you worked on this product?
Okay, great. So I'll describe it a little bit to remove the notion plastic. So this was assembled by one of my students this morning. That's why I carried it here. This kit, they learn a lot other than coding and say hardware design. They also learn the mechanical engineering. Like if you can take a guess, what does it look like?
I think this thing, it looks like easy stuff za kubeba vitu.
Tractor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is a forklift.
Oh, this is for sure it is a forklift.
It is.
I almost said it has cameras on the front. It could be filming,
Yeah, sure. So this is the RCU, the brain of the robot. This one here.
Oh, it's the brain, yeah?
Yes, you can see it's lighting up. And there are a series of gears inside here, and these plastic parts they're used for joining together. This is the part that is used to pick objects, and as you can see, there is another rack and pinion here connected to a motor down here.
All right.
Yeah, so basically there are two motors. One is for lifting, and then the other one is for driving.
Okay.
Yes. So whatever you are calling the camera is not a camera. It's a light sensor.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So it will sense light. As you know, if the load is maybe close, it will send a signal to the RCU that something is close here. So yes,
okay,
you need to act. Yes.
Amazing. So hii stuff just John ukuja na remote unaicontrol na akili ama how does it move, by the way?
Yeah, so for this you can control it remotely, but I didn't program it to be controlled remotely for this interview.
Yeah.
I just uploaded a simple program to make it move forward, and when there's something to lift,
It can lift it.
yes. Yeah, so give you a quick demo.
For sure. We want one. Really want a quick demo.
Yeah, so it may fall, so you check the other side.
Wow. So it would move in that particular direction,
it
yeah?
will move.
Okay.
Yeah, so ideally it's just programmed to move
And pick objects. Wow.
Yeah, it's a simple mechanical engineering design. But then I'll share with you more creative works for my students. Some of them have made complicated robots.
Designs, yeah?
Mwalimu mpaka anashtuka.
Baka mwalimu anashtuka manze.
Yeah.
There's another thing that I am curious about. Most of them tunasemanga that robots wanakuja kutu replace as human beings. But as I can see kwa meza, these robots are too tiny.
To
What
be
roles
replacing us, yeah?
You know, they expect something huge and ukiambia nichukulia remote inaenda kuchukua, but look at this tiny object.
Designs can be okay.
Now, these are classroom robots. They're just used for learning.
Yeah.
At our offices, at the maker space, we are working on now real life robots. We are working on last mile delivery robots. Hopefully by December we'll be having our first deliveries around Nyali. We are also working with different partners. There's a partner we are building for him, a spraying aerial vehicle, a drone that does spraying on the farm.
Wow.
Yeah, so it won't replace those who are already doing the same thing in the field. Those who may say who are the farmers who are or the casual workers who do the spraying, they can learn how to control these drones to do the same jobs. So for me, it's not that robots are replacing the human labor, but jobs are just shifting. Yeah, so we just need to reskill to catch up.
To adaptation.
Yes.
Inakuwa nzuri tena sana. As I can see on my clock, it is the top of the hour. We are going to be coming back with the DJ special and of course the quick 5 as we wind up this fantastic conversation. I hope to be. Of course, it is time for us to engage him on the quick 5 as it is our culture right here on the Blue Drive. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, I want us to get quickly into it. My first question will be about business, yeah? So today you have left your workplace. Ukirudi jioni upate one of your employees. Umpate kwa counter akitoa pesa, akiweka mfukoni. Question inakuja hivi. Would you fire them? Would you fire them? Or would you retain their services?
Okay, so at first we don't have hard money, cash in our offices.
Okay,
we have automated systems. But assuming it was 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and I found one of our employees taking it. Yeah, maybe they're taking because they're going to use it to buy something that is useful to the company. Because we do have, I do work with the best, but maybe at times things happen.
For sure.
But I trust my employees. Yeah.
So in that
So
scenario,
I'll retain their services.
you'll retain their services.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 2. Yeah. Right now, let's say you are in your many trips, maybe you're between places. One of these fine days, you happen to be in an elevator. And then the person near you is Elon Musk. In 1 minute, how would you pitch to him your business?
I can tell him, I can take him to the stars, to Mars. I can help him get to Mars because I know that's what he wants. And he like to know how.
Yeah, exactly. I was supposed even to go there. AJ.
Yes, and then we'll have a conversation.
Then you'll have a conversation also.
Yes.
All right, Kit.
What is that one thing that people do not know about you?
Okay. I'm not sure. But if I could take a guess, I'm passionate about technology because it traces back to my childhood. I was involved in an accident, fire accident, and when I was a baby, and I'm working on a solution to address that. Emergency rescue services for fire departments in counties and basically emergency services. So hopefully by mid next year, we'll have a robot that can do that can rescue people in disaster, fire, flood, and any other disaster. Yeah. So.
Wow. Amazing. Powerful that.
One day you wake up and you've lost your memory. What is that one thing?
What is that one thing? All right.
Let me put my words
adjust
right.
the question.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Now, one of these two. Yes.
Okay.
Would you choose to be a president for 1 day or a billionaire for 1 day?
I'll choose to be a billionaire for 1 day.
You choose. Kindly expound on your answer. Why is that? Why not be a president?
Okay, I've been a leader before, and I'm still a leader, and I know what leadership entails, and it's very hard to achieve your plans in 1 day. So on the other side, I'm an entrepreneur, and I always have ready plans for any money. So given 1 billion in a day, I could invest it in other things. And yeah.
Powerful.
So my question is back. If one day you woke up and you've lost your mind, what career would you venture into apart from this?
Oh, I think if you lost your mind, you won't think of a career.
No, but see, what I meant is you've lost your mind. Umesahau everything about robots and stuff.
Okay.
What will you pursue?
So what will you be thinking about that time? Is it?
What will you
Because
pursue?
if I've lost my mind, then I can't think of
Then you can't think
anything.
clearly.
Yeah.
Basically, I think the
It's
question
like
should-
I've
the-
formatted my mind.
You formatted your mind, yeah. Basically,
No,
maybe
like-
what she's asking is, if you had the option to choose another career path
Yeah.
apart from whatever you're currently
okay,
doing,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
what career path would you choose?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, great. So 2017, 2016, I used to write software. And we had a company, Lancome Solutions, which was bought by Black VC, Validas Technologies, and we were building websites, offline softwares as well, desktop and so on, and also bit into cybersecurity.
Okay.
So I'm happy with robotics. I'm doing everything. But then if it were not for robotics, I could be the other side, but still technology, cybersecurity and software development.
All right.
My question was, what I'm trying to say, you can lose your mind, usa who you are, but bado akili na function.
Okay. you have lost your memory, Kate, I believe.
Yes, you've lost your memory.
Yeah, unajua we are Africans.
And
when you say lose your mind, chunga
what did
bwana.
I say? What did I say?
Memory, be very specific. In Africa, when you say you have lost your mind,
Oh God.
that's a whole other story. How's it?
Yes.
Okay, so if I lose my memories,
Yes.
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 okay, I wake up and then I find I lost my memory. Is it?
Yes.
What decision would you make differently from what you've made currently?
Oh, from what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay. So memory to me, I don't have any past experience,
Exactly.
but then my mind has the algorithms.
Yeah, the ability to think, the ability to decide, and
Yes.
all that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd still think the right thing because I'll have already my thought process will be intact.
Will
right?
be intact,
It's only
yeah.
the memory that I can't relate with the past experiences.
Yeah.
So I think I'll still be me.
All right. I think this is you were born to do this. To be more specific. That has been the quick 5 right here on the Blue Drive. We're going on a musical break. I'm talking about this track right here. I haven't played in the longest time by one Ayasta. When we do come back, we'll be winding up this fantastic conversation. I go by the name Mala Kipto right about now in the building, chopping it up with the Mr. Jason Willie. We are talking about robotics. And yes, if you have been with us, thank you very much. It is time as for us to wind up. But he has a very special.
Okay, great. So we are hosting World Robot Contest. We call it WRC 2023 this year. That is in September, Mombasa. So I initially wanted to take it to Nairobi, but most schools in Nairobi were like, we want to have the coastal experience. So we said, why not? We are having 13 African countries participating, about 100 schools locally participating as well. And we are having webinars for those who won't get the opportunity to participate. We still have something for them. So the next webinar is on the last Thursday of the month, and we are going to talk about the role of robotics and artificial intelligence in sustainable development goals, with a deep focus in education, agriculture, and climate change. So if you like to attend the webinar, we have it's free for anyone. But then if you like to support a kid to participate in WRC 2023, you can donate as low as 200 shillings to support them with the training and maybe the hardware resources. Yes, so after the webinar, next month we'll be having friendly matches. Some will be happening in maybe schools near the fans. We call them fans. Yes, in Mombasa we are having 4 training centers where any parent can take their kids to learn robotics and AI.
Yes.
We are having Light Academy. We are having MMSHA. We are having our offices in Sparky, and we're also working on Aga Khan. Nairobi, we have 4 training centers where any parent can take their kids to learn the same. We'll announce them later.
Okay.
But in the meantime, we are launching Semastea, that is in Karen, soon.
All right.
Yes.
Very powerful. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, as you've heard loud and clear, it is going down right here in 001. Of course, this is something you definitely don't want to miss. This is the future, the way I see it, and I like to say it. It has been amazing. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you so much.
It has been fantastic. I believe message imefikia wase huko nje. Please follow this page to find out more of what is going to be happening. We will take it upon ourselves, of course, to share more information about the event and, of course, its countdown. Right about now, we're getting back into the conversation. Celebrity status coming your way in a few.
You're listening to Blue Radio, bringing the vibe.
Are you a business owner looking to navigate the